Hey guys, as the title of this video suggests, this is not going to be a lovely, positive, happy, joy video. I don't know what's going on with my face. I look like I've been crying, and I promise you I haven't been crying. Not that it matters if I was. Or I'm not sunburned either. I don't really know what's going on with my face today. I feel like I've got a fever coming on. I don't know. As the title suggests, this is going to be a heavy and quite sad video, or should I say videos. I'm going to do a small series of videos. Today's video is a confession. Tomorrow I am going to have an abortion, and I never in my life thought I would ever say that. I never in my life thought I'd be in a position to have one. And I'm going to talk you through the process and everything that I've been going through, that I am going to go through, and the aftermath, and how I'm going to cope with my decisions and the surgery tomorrow. So I should start off by saying that if you are going to leave a negative comment because abortion offends you, or you're anti-abortion, or you think I'm making the wrong choice, blah, 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 or you think it goes against your God, or whatever it may be, please don't. I'm not going to be affected by any of your comments. I can honestly say this is such a devastating thing for me to go through. And I know that I don't have any attachments to people leaving negative comments on the internet. I just feel sad that people feel the need to do so. So if any comments such as, like I say, preaching because you feel that it goes against your religion, or whether you are just anti-abortion, or whether you think that I should reconsider and you leave negative comments at me, I'm just going to delete them, because I want this to be a video that women can watch and educate themselves a little bit, understand perhaps other women and what they've gone through, and similarities and differences between them and their experiences. Some women, I hope, will find solace in my videos. I'd hate to think that people have gone through what I have, but it happens. 1 in 3 women will have an abortion within their lifetime, so it happens a lot. And I just wanted to use this video and use my negative experience to educate and help as best I can, and open up this void where women don't talk about it. Now, every woman has a complete right to not talk about something like this, because it is awful, whether or not you've whether or not you've chose this easily or the hard way. It's still such an emotional, a physical, a mental, a psychological process. It's not just a case of taking a pill or, having something removed. This is something that it almost goes against the natural maternal instinct that a woman has, or most women have inside of them. Most women, when they find out that they're pregnant, whether through choice or not, develop this maternal instinct very quickly and develop an attachment to the baby. And so even if it's the right choice to go through the abortion, it's still something that's very difficult to make that final choice. And you question yourself all the time. And I'm going to go into that in more detail in other videos. But I just hope that people can get a better understanding and realise that it should be talked about more. Women should not feel ashamed if they've had an abortion, whether it was an accident or whether it was purposely done and then their mind was changed. It's your right, it's your body to be able to have that abortion if you feel that it's the right thing to do. So I just don't know how I got into this position. Well, I do know how I got into this position, but it's something that you wake up to every day and think, God, why can't I just wake up and this is just not happening? It's something that I've had to live with and keep very secretive from a lot of people, because there is that element of shame about having an abortion. There is that element of fear that people will reject you or attack you, abuse you, or judge you, or, think lower of you than they did previously. All of these things. And while I don't think I acted the way I did in not telling people because of shame or etc., because I'm a very open book, I will talk about anything very openly. I'm not ashamed to talk about anything, personal or non-personal. But there is that element, nobody has come forward and said to me, Jen, I've gone through the same experience, etc. 1 in 3 women, as I say, will go through an abortion in their lifetime. Now, my family is so female heavy, There are 4 female siblings to every 1 male sibling in my family. So I'm surrounded by women, 20, 30 women of all ages. And going by the statistic, at least 7 of those women technically have either had or will have an abortion at some point in the future. And I only know 1 case in my family where it's known that a person has had an abortion, which makes me suggest that other women have hidden it. Or luckily, no other woman in my family has gone through an abortion aside from me. And there's that idea that people have hidden it. And for me, I just feel that I want to use this negative experience I'm going through to try and educate other women, to try and get other women who perhaps have never been through it, and I hope to God you haven't, to understand the perspective of somebody going through it and how they chose to go through it and why they're going through it. Hopefully to educate people who are perhaps anti-abortion to understand a little bit better about some of the situations that women might find themselves in, that they have to make this choice, and I'm just hoping I can open up a discussion that will allow other women to come forward and be brave enough to say this, because they shouldn't need to be brave. It should just be an open discussion. And so to begin with, I thought, it's 2018, you go through something super painful, and the first thing that people think of is, let's post a video on the internet about it. Let's just expose my entire personal life to the internet. And there was a part of me that thought, Jen, don't follow that trend. Like, this is personal to you. This should be private. And then I thought, why should it be private? Like, why am I hiding it? I understand why women do. I'm not judging those women at all. I understand why people keep it a secret or they don't want to tell everyone. It's not something that, that I personally am going to feel proud about doing or want to go and talk about it, because it's not a conversation. You go and see a friend or a family member and they don't necessarily want to sit there and listen to you for an hour talking about abortions, because it's not a topic that's particularly positive. But at the same time, it should be more available for people to talk about more openly, and that's what I'm sort of trying to do. So first of all, I was like, should I, shouldn't I? I wasn't worried about any negative comments. They'll just get deleted, and not interested whatsoever. It won't affect me. But I thought, do I post about this? And I thought I need to get something out of this negative experience and learn from something and hopefully educate others on the experience. So yeah, this is part 1 of many parts. And this is just a confession video to say that I'm going to have an abortion. And I'll explain a little bit more about my process and how I'm feeling in the next couple of videos.